Here's the thing with I literally just woke up. Here's the thing with this thing with Royce, okay, and where he's taking it. Ain't nobody trying to get physical with you. Ain't nobody trying to do no gas you up to do some street shit. Ain't nobody trying to have no Chicago versus Detroit war shit. Ain't nobody trying to do that. That was not the goal. That's still not the intention. And that's not the piece. No one wants to see a repeat, especially me. Nobody wants to see a repeat of Biggie and Pac, right? No one wants to see a repeat. Nigga, I come from Chicago, where these young dudes, man, rest in peace Von, rest in peace Duck, rest in peace JoJo, rest in peace these dudes, I do my best to separate them from their gang shit and their street shit. And when they chose to start to become rappers, you know, I respect rappers. That's where I come from. Those are my people. That's the culture. I say, okay, set all that aside. If you do this rap shit, I just want you to progress through this. Welcome to the craft. I know a lot of baggage and shit comes with your rap shit, but I know you're trying to use this as a vehicle to better yourself and better your conditions. And I hope one day your content reflects that as well. But everybody got to start where they start. When I first started and was on some street shit, I was on some street shit. You know, but I've watched, you know, dudes from my own city get caught up in rap beefs and just get cut down. And if rap wasn't the sole impetus for it, you know, it was definitely a large part of the package why a lot of these young MCs from my city are no longer alive. Nobody wants to see that shit, man. Right? At the same time, too, niggas is feeling a certain way and feeling real deeply. And you should feel like that. You should feel a little off kilter and a little fucked up and a little perturbed and a little disjointed, right? That's payment for what the fuck you said. I'm not riding with a nigga talking about I'ma shoot your son holding some sun chips. Lupe, why is that, out of everything this nigga said, why is that the line that you sit on? And there's other lines, and maybe we could talk about that. I still ain't listened to the song beyond the minute or so that I was into it. Why would you be mad at that? Because Janila forever, nigga. This the difference between niggas just rapping and niggas spitting facts and kind of living in reality. Right? I wrote a song called Janila Forever. It's on my album Drogas Wave. It's not promo, just to let people know where it lands. I didn't do Janila Forever for Drogas Wave. Janila Forever, just like a couple other records on Drogas Wave, are really old. I did Janila Forever when I think I was still on Atlantic. And I did it in a passion heat. What's the song about? The song is about a fantasy, about a little girl who grows up to become a doctor in Chicago. The song isn't true, right? It's hyperbole. It's a fantasy. I wish it was real, right? But the events of her life are horrifying. It fucked the whole city up. Even the gangsta ass niggas, even the killers, even from Derrick Rose, who paid for her funeral, all the way down to just, it rocked the whole city. The whole entire city was fucked up, right? The real story of Janila's life, her short life, was she was in, it was a van or some type of car. Her father was holding her in the car. Some dude runs down on him, sprays the shit. Hits Janila like 6 times. Nigga, she's like months old. Tears her body up. But she don't die right there. They get her to the hospital. The doctors is fucked up. Sprayed this nigga down, trying to kill him. He don't die. Why was this nigga at him? Right? The story goes, and because he took some dude's PlayStation. I'll shoot your son holding some sun chips. Nigga, I don't fuck with that, nigga. You ain't finna sit up there and tell Mickey that shit, nigga. It's because you don't do your fucking homework. So yeah, be in your feelings. Here's a record to make you just feel like shit. Because you haphazardly throw these shits around in these lines and these bars thinking it's not personal. You just rapping. It's lyrics. That shit ain't lyrics. That's the problem. Niggas like, oh, Lou, you getting personal. You bringing up shit that niggas ain't know. That some shit from the podcast that Royce called you from the podcast. Do y'all remember that line where that nigga said, I like white people more than I like black people? And why I cut off his record at that point, why I did that? And why I was like, okay, I guess the gloves is off. Why I came into the Instagram live with the energy that I had, fuck having a shirt on or off. I didn't take off my shirt to go on live. But why I had the energy, like why you niggas still talking about this? That white people versus black people shit, that ain't the first time I heard that from Royce, directed at me. He said that goofy shit on the podcast. You never heard it though, because we had to cut it out. Because me and this nigga went at each other's throats for like 30 fucking minutes. So he knows. Nigga, that ain't funny. That's not cool. I'm not finna let you sit up here and say that shit to me. You're not finna hit me with this slick Detroit slightly diss a nigga Eminem shit, nigga. For whatever laws or laughs. You say it in private, you turn around and say it in public. You know niggas was finna end the podcast on that shit. Right? I'm not finna let a nigga, I don't give a fuck who it is. You're not finna sit up here and tell me and try and dress me down and survey me about what the fuck I done did for black people in my career. Niggas, you fucking crazy. And that's how we was talking at each other. So he knows that shit is a trigger. He knows that shit was never supposed to reach the public view. That's why we cut it out. Now you want to get extra super personal, tuck it into some shit like it's just raps. But then don't expect a nigga to come and call you out about the shit. The only reason I'm talking about this shit right now is because this nigga keep fucking talking. It's the same thing that I said when I came into that live. Why the fuck are we still talking about this? Why are you still talking about this? I'm reflecting what you bringing. You keep talking this personal shit. Right? You hiding it underneath bars and because people don't know. Give people the whole story. My whole goal and all I kept saying was, hey man, just keep the storyline straight. Keep the timeline straight about who did what to who and where and why. This whole taking it personal. Yes, nigga, take that shit personally. Get upset. I'm not finna let that shit slide, man. Never. With no nigga. Like I said, every beef, every miscommunication, and every misunderstanding in this rap from beginning to end, from Freddie Gibbs to Chief Keef to whomever, whether it was a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, we've talked in person. The only nigga I have not seen yet is Kid Cudi. Right? Royce, you have my phone number. I unfollowed you on Instagram because we need some space. I'm not trying to hear the shit you saying. I'm not trying to be in the room for slick extra shit or your brother talking shit or this nigga talking some shit. I'm not finna immerse myself in that. God has over the past few days been trying to keep me like, nigga, look at this glacier. Like, all right, God, I got you. Like, look at the glacier, nigga. Stop looking at this. Don't stop. You gotta stop talking about this shit, man. Right? You gotta just, I'm not trying to lecture you. And this isn't advice. Somewhere along the road, like, remember we had that conversation where you was like, we going back and forth, heated, and I'm asking you, like, what conversation did I miss about the struggle, about life, about manhood, about whatever? Like, what makes you think in the past 40 years that I've been on this earth and the immense amount of shit that I've seen that I haven't went through everything that you fucking talking about? From the streets to fucking school to fucking bitches to money to fucking Illuminati to the government to wherever you want to take it. I've been in every room and have been purview to conversations with the mob to fucking politicians. Like, what conversations did I miss to make you think that I'm trying to sidestep some shit, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm your little brother, or I need some type of guidance in this fucking game? Right? Niggas always quick to say, who you talking to? Who the fuck you think you talking to? My rebuttal is, nigga, who the fuck do you think is talking? That's why we need to have a distance. It's not a malicious distance. It's just that certain shit, they reach its point, and it's like, these two niggas are too active. Maybe it's too much alpha male energy or some shit. But these niggas need to be separated. With that said, man, stop talking about me. Right?